You're wiggling. Stop wiggling. Stay still. Welcome back to Knit and Spin with Brie, episode 7. It took me a little bit longer to get to the point where I could record this week. It was a little crazy, but we're here. It's Friday. It's not Wednesday like the normal time, but it's still within the week. I'm finding it harder and harder to actually sit down and record during the week, especially with my son back in school and getting everything. He just started getting homework back, so it's getting a little bit more and more tiring towards the end of the day, and I don't feel like recording once the boys go to bed. So I'm thinking that I might change my schedule around to where I record closer to the weekend. If not on Friday, then probably on Saturday, and upload by Sundays now. So yeah, happy Friday. I know it's kind of late now, but we're having our sparkling wine, and it's all good. You probably, when you see this, you probably won't be drinking wine, or you could be. No judgment. No judgment. Okay. I have a little bit more of a setup. There's a different background here. Did you guys see my sign? I got that on Amazon because I'm just like, that would be really cute. So I got one. And now I can keep track of what episode we're on. Not that we're in the high numbers yet. But my cute little sign with my shelf that I built, that I put in episode 2, I think. The ridiculousness of building it. But yeah, this is my little yarny shelf that sits next to my desk for work at home. And my yarn wall is just directly, diagonally, right there. Let's get into it. Okay. Whips. I have my notes. I need to look at my notes because otherwise I'm going to get lost again in my beautiful owl notebook. Can you tell I like owls? I also have an owl tattoo on the back of my neck. So, notes for episode 7. Whips. Going into whips. We're going to go straight into the... Sorry, hiccups. I still haven't worked on this at all this week, but it's the Mama Pip and Pin Mama honeycomb brioche cardigan. I swear I will start working on this week. I'm going to bring it with me to my mother-in-law's house tomorrow, and we're planning on doing kind of like a knitting thing over there. So we will knit on this because this really needs to start getting some headway. So that's that with my own hand-dyed yarn and I named the colorway Spring Morning. Okay, next whip. What did I say? What was next? So organized, can you tell? Oh, my anchor sweater is right here. I got a lot of the body done. I was working on some other things, but I worked on this every night in bed before I would go to bed. So I've got a good portion of the body done. I think a couple more inches and it should be good to start the ribbing. I am totally hitting the mic. I keep forgetting that it's right there. That's why I was weary of doing a lapel mic, because you tend to put things on yourself when you're a knitter. So yes, I am close to doing the ribbing at the bottom. My son is very lanky, very thin. So he has a very long torso. So this might be a little bit baggy width-wise, but I want to make sure that it's long enough and that he'll be able to wear it for at least a few years. So that's where I am. I will probably be on Sleeve Island here shortly. But I'm really loving the pattern. It's the Anchors sweater by Petite Knit. Really like it. It's really easy to blow through, like super fast. Oh man, I'm getting hot already. But yes, there is that. I'm going kind of quickly here, but because I really want to get into my next things that I have going. The colorway on my Anchor sweater is in Karen's Simply Soft Denim Jeans, and it's like a really deep navy blue, which when I think denim jeans, I think kind of a lighter wash, not necessarily like a deep navy. So anyway, next is last week I talked about doing a test knit for Laura at Penrose Knits, and I had already done her corset socks when she released that pattern, and I really loved it. Unfortunately, the socks didn't fit because, gauge swatching. Why would I do that? I told you guys it would bite me in the butt one day. Really did. So they didn't fit. I gave them to my mother-in-law and they fit her perfectly, and she's got cute little petite feet. So they fit her perfectly and she loves them. I will probably get a picture of her wearing them and put that in here because that would be really cute. So anyway, she did a test call for her lovely Anna socks, and I jumped on the chance to do that, and she chose me to do the extra large size shorties, and she did that Friday last week, so it's been one full week. I didn't cast on until Saturday evening, and I got them done by Monday. Like done, blocked, all the ends are woven in. My nice new sock blockers that actually work, the correct size, that I just got today as well. But aren't they, they're so pretty and I love them. So this is it for my finished objects. I'm probably gonna make like 1 million of these, and it's really gotten me sock kind of mojo going, especially shorties. I I think what really turned me off about socks in general was just the length of time that you were just knitting the leg, and then because I have ginormous feet, because I'm very tall, the knitting a bunch of leg and then having to knit through the foot was just, it seemed like kind of a slog. So I'm like, but color work blows by super fast for me. So it just like went really quickly, and then the shorties just went even faster, and I really, really love them. Love the colors. The hot pink, when I was blocking it, this is going to be a little bit graphic, but bled like a stucked pig. Because this is not my hand-dyed yarn that I made out of this. The dark brown and then the gold is Yarn Bee from Hobby Lobby. They're 100% merino wool hand-dyed yarn. And then the hot pink is, I have the ball band, Ella Ray Lace Merino, Superwash Extra Fine Merino Wool that I got on, wow, I'm drawing a blank. Wow, I'm really drawing a blank. I'll put it down there below. Oh, my hair keeps falling into the mic. I don't want it to fall into the mic. Okay. So anyway, really love these. I love them so much that almost immediately, let me just put this over here, don't fall off, I cast on a second pair. And I finished one, and I'm on the toe of the other with the heel. I cast, what did I do? I cast this one on almost immediately after finishing, no, a day after finishing those ones. So I finished those ones on Monday. And then I cast on for these right after on Tuesday. I got this one done at work on Wednesday morning, and before I even did the heel on this one, I had gotten to the point where I had to Kitchener the toe. So, and I didn't bring my darning needle with me to work, so I had to stop this one. I'm like, I need to knit something still, so I just cast on the other one. Worked through the foot, got to the point where I had to put in the waste yarn for the heel, but I didn't have any waste yarn of a drastically different color at the time at work, because I still had the waste yarn in this one for the heel, and I didn't do the heel yet, and I'm just like, But fortunately at that point I only had like 30 minutes more of in-office work, and then I had to, then I worked the rest of my day at home. So I came home, put the waste yarn in my second sock, Kitchenered the toe on this one, did the heel, and then went to work today and got all the way, did the heel while I was at work and got all the way to the toe this afternoon. I am very, very close to finishing these ones too, and I will probably cast on another pair right after, because I did a little bit more to the leg on these ones than I did on my first pair. And these are also, so those ones were the extra large, these ones are the large, because I found that my gauge is very tight, especially with color work, even on a 2.75 millimeter needle. They were still pretty tight comparatively. It almost seems like I knit them on like a size 1 or size 0 needle, but these fit really, really well. Really love them. Can't wait to finish them because I'm going to wear them. Yay, and cast on another pair. So there's those. like I said, my sock mojo was like really going. I'm not a sock knitter, guys. Laura, you have created a monster, because I am now like super sock knitting-y right now, and they're so quick. I see the appeal. I see the appeal. I got so inspired doing the test knit for Laura that I was just like, maybe I could design a sock. So I started designing a brioche sock, because I was looking on Ravelry and I couldn't find any designs, like brioche sock designs, that were really like calling to me, and I really wanted like a specific style or like motif in the brioche. And I'm just like, maybe I could just make it and just kind of wing it. I'm still in very much the testing phase, but like figuring out numbers and things like that. Oh goodness. But I used the gold and like orange from my first Lovely Anna socks, and I cast on. This is clearly going to be for a child, because I did not cast on enough stitches for an adult, because the opening's very minimal. But this is the front of the sock, the leg, and I really like it so far. Yeah. I was just kind of, I took inspiration from a brioche hat that I made, and I'm just like, that'd be really cool as a sock too. And in my head, I'm thinking like, well, how would I put in the heel with a brioche stitch? And then I'm just like, oh, so if this ever comes out, if I ever finish the design, I know exactly how I would do the tutorials to put in the heel, because it'll be an afterthought heel. But I'm the creative juices are flowing, I guess, and I'm really stoked about it. And I did this in one afternoon. Like, I got super inspired, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna work on making my own sock. And I did. So I have ideas about different sizes. So the motif size will still stay the same throughout every size. So this will be like a child size, and the motif will be all the way across the front. But on like an adult size, it would be, you know, more just regular brioche stitches on either side of the motif, and then it's regular brioche on the back. But I love brioche, and I'm already thinking of calling this Brie-oche Socks, like BRIE-OCHE, Brie-oche sock pattern. Yeah, I'm excited. You've literally created a monster, Laura. You have. Really love it. I can't wait to share it with everyone. But you know, I have no idea how to do a pattern. I might reach out to Laura and be like, so I'm designing now too. Can you tell me how to design a sock pattern? Like, who do I reach out to in terms of tech editing and like a test knit call? Like, I don't know how to do all that. So I will, and like grading. Oh God. It's gonna be a chore, but I'm really excited about it, and I hope that everyone else is looking forward to doing maybe a brioche sock that I designed. So I did want to actually do a proper look see at the shawl that I still have not given to my friend. I will eventually get there to the point where I will give the shawl to my friend that I finished. But I wanted to give you guys a closer look because I didn't take it off the mannequin last time because it was too high up and I didn't want to like fumble about it. But from the end, It's pretty massive, I have to say. To the other end. I think she is absolutely going to love it. Yeah. Can't wait to give it to her. I just haven't had the time to go over there and drop it off or, say hi and visit. But I will do it. Okay, what else do we got going on? Let me confer with my notes. That was all of the whips that I have going currently. Oh, I do have a plan to cast on something new that isn't socks, but I will probably be casting on more socks. But in terms of garments, I really, really want to cast on this new pattern that came out from Wool and Pine, the Plumeria tank. It looks so pretty, especially because the tank top that I'm wearing right now, it's called the Golden Leaf tank. And it's got like a really nice, I actually blocked it, like properly blocked it, and like opened up the lace at the bottom and like pointed the leaves. I don't know if you can see at the bottom, but it's now very like not as like skin tight fitting. It's looser. It feels more drapey. And this literally, I knit one of these in a day. So I have the one with all of my handspun, and then this one that I knit right after, because it literally took me a day to make. So when I saw the Plumeria tank, the Plumeria top from Wool and Pine come out recently, I have a bunch of their designs in my Ravelry cart right now. But when I saw that tank top, I'm like, I need to make that. I need to cast on immediately. I have not cast on yet. I'm still debating on yarn choices, but super excited about that. And it's a top-down construction, which this was a bottom-up, so I was curious on how that would work. And I saw after buying the pattern, they give you some like tutorials of like construction stuff, and it's very curious how they do it. But I'm super excited to start it and get that going. I do not have any spinning for you guys this week. I think I might start breaking up weeks with a knitting week. So I have like a bunch of knitting to show you guys. And then the next week it'll be spinning. So it'll be like every other week we'll switch off with spinning and knitting, and then throw weaving in there sometimes. And like dyeing, and I don't know, I've got a lot of crafts that I do, but right now I'm like super knitting in my head, and it's what's bringing me the most joy currently. So I am kind of sticking with it. My spinning project that I have in my e-spinner right now is just, it feels really boring to me, and I don't like that it's boring. But I'm going to do tutorials probably on Monday, actually, because it's a long weekend. I will be recording a tutorial on Monday for spinning, because I just got some more equipment, not exactly equipment, but like things to like actually wear my iPhone or like around my neck and like positioned to where my hands are, because I found it really difficult to get the right angle to where you could see what I was doing with my hands in terms of drafting and like letting the twist come into your fiber supply and all of that. It was really difficult because I had when I did a test kind of thing and I got really frustrated and my phone was dropping and things were falling off. And anyway, so yeah, it was really hard to get the correct angle of showing what exactly I was doing while I was doing it. So, but now I have kind of better tools to allow me to show you guys in a proper way and be more informative and learny as opposed to being just like a fumbling fool idiot kind of situation. All right. Pause. Sorry, the hubby had to put something out here. Oh, I guess I do have some spinning that I can kind of show you. These are old spinning though. Oh, don't wreck anything. So up in my room, I have a shelf, and there's my excess yarn and cakes and stuff that I rewind all goes on that shelf, because when I go to sleep at night, I sit there and stare at it. I'm like, what can I make with you? But I also had some skeins of handspun that I hadn't wet set yet, and they were just hanked up and they hadn't been actually soaked or anything or fulled. But I did that. Was it this past weekend or during the week? I think it was during the week, because I got on like a super blocking kick and like blocked a bunch of my knitwear that I had that was, you know, wool, not acrylic. And soaked these. So this one is a Icelandic wool with little neps of cotton. Annette, you'll have to tell me, because I did get this from the Wild Red Clover Ranch and Fiber Mill. She had a sale on it, and she has Icelandic sheep, and they're adorable and super sweet. She posts all the time on Instagram about like her sunrises. She's just like, oh, just getting up. Let me just show you the sunrise with the sheep just grazing in the field. I'm like, and she lives in Utah, which is where we're moving. So, I'm just like, I'm going to visit you all the time. But yes, I believe that this is Icelandic wool with cotton neps in it. So it's kind of tweedy. And I spun it at like a fingering weight. Probably more of a sport weight, actually. But it's, after I actually wet set it, it puffed up like a lot. Just like some of my other yarns. The only thing that really doesn't puff up that much is alpaca, which I work with a lot because the mom has an alpaca ranch, so I get a lot of alpaca. I love working with alpaca, it's so soft. So when I touch like more rustic styled wools, I'm just like, it's scratchy. But I love all animal fiber. I love all wool except for probably mohair to spin. I do like mohair to work with in terms of like commercially spun yarn to work with in projects, but spinning mohair, it feels like you're spinning human hair. It's, I mean, I could be doing something wrong, but the mohair that I purchased, I was thinking it was going to be like this light, fluffy kind of, but no, it feels like, it literally feels like human hair. It's kind of, it's weird. I don't know. It's very interesting to work with, and I did not like how ropey it felt when I was spinning it. I would prefer just to buy it and then, hand dye it but not spin it. So this is Icelandic. I keep getting off tangent here. And I believe this is also Icelandic wool, and it has pink sari silk, recycled sari silk, and the white is bamboo. And this was also, it was just a little sampler, but it's really nice. It's very similar in softness for the Icelandic as well. So this would really be really cute as like color work kind of thing. The black as the color work, and then maybe a hat. A hat could be. And this one is, I want to say it's Wensleydale. Wensleydale is very rustic. I guess it's not. I wouldn't mind it up against my skin, but if you're really sensitive, it would be really prickly to you. Like, it's. I don't want to say that it's like fine sandpaper, but it kind of feels like that. But it's something that I don't, well, yeah, like in the neck region, it would be like really prickly and kind of irritant-y. But I spun that up and I really like that. I was hoping that it would get softer after, like washing it. You did not. But I have another skein of yarn that I had spun out of Wensleydale, and in my mind, I'm like, I'll probably weave with this and make a rug, because I don't mind it on my feet. But on my body, I'm just like, it's a little too much. So there's those spinning projects. Okay. I bet you guys are all dying to know who won the giveaway. I am going to put in a little picture. I did at work when I did the random comment generator thing for YouTube, and put in the video link from last week, and got the results. So I'll put in the thing right here, and then you will see. And we're back. So you saw the results. It was Fiberbound. Allie at Fiberbound. You won the giveaway. So on Tuesday I dyed up the yarn. And one lovely subscriber to my channel had commented and was just like, oh, I would actually pair that with mohair and make a hat for my daughter. And I was just like, oh, pairing with mohair would actually be really cool. And I just bought a bunch of mohair to dye, so I made matching mohair to go with it. So this is an extra set. I might give this one away too. I might. We'll see. I'm really digging it. Maybe Alexandra and me can do a little knit along with like my set, and then her set, which she will be getting, which is right here with the pom-pom. Doesn't it? It's like, it's almost a little crazy matchy-matchy, but it matches so well. I'm really pleased with it. And the colorway turned a little bit more saturated than the first time I did it, but I am still really loving it. and excited to see how it's knit up. But yeah, Alexandra, you won. And if you want to get in contact with me through Instagram, I've chatted with you before, so just send me a message and with your address and I will send it out to you, probably with a little bit of extra things because, you know, we're buddies. And I might do this as a second giveaway. I will probably put in whoever won that because I had some last minute comments come in. So I might do it again and give this set away too. Probably. You guys, I really like the idea of giveaways and I love the idea of you guys working with my yarn, so I will probably give away another set.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to choose another winner for that second set of yarn that I dyed. So I'm going to go over here, copy this link, copy, go back over to the comment generator, go in here, paste, get comments, 20. It took out all of my replies, so it doesn't have my replies in there. And then start. And you just won. Wow, this is so great. So if you want to contact me through Instagram, I would love to send out your lovely prize.
So anyway, after dyeing this, I got super into the dyeing mood, and oh gosh, I haven't dyed yarn in a really long time because I have all of this yarn on my yarn wall and I'm just like, I can't dye anymore because I don't have room currently until we move. I just don't have room and I need to start selling the stock that I have before dyeing more. Or if one of you guys like special order something, that's easy to dye up and then send it to you. That way it's not cluttering my yarn wall. But anyway, I got super in the dyeing mood and I got some new dyes. So I dyed up this. That kind of covered up my voice there. But I dyed this one up testing out a new green that I got. And it's like kind of my husband's favorite color. He is crazy into neon green and neon, like racing neon green on cars. But yeah, I dyed this up and this is on my, you guys are gonna laugh. If you haven't been to my shop and you haven't seen my yarn bases that I named, you can go over there and look at my ridiculous names. But this one's called Alpaca Do because it is a 80-20 blend of alpaca and cotton. That the alpaca is from 3 local ranches. So my mom's ranch, her friend's ranch that is up in Vacaville, and then another gal that we all collaborate with, who is currently in Arizona, Wendy. Her fiber is also in this. So they did a huge run. I still have a lot over there. I had a bunch of cones that I skeined up into 150 gram skeins. So they're about 270 yards per skein. Because I wanted, when I skeined it up, I wanted you guys to have at least enough to make one small project in one skein. I don't like making skeins that only have like 200 yards, or unless they're like supposed to be minis, like 50 gram skeins. that are meant for like color work or something that you are supposed to use it with something else, I don't like having skeins that you can't make anything out of the one skein. So that's why I chose to do these as 150 gram skeins instead of just 100 gram skeins, because I just don't think it would be enough. And it's like a bulky, thick and thin kind of weight. Yeah, so this was a lot of fun. I will probably knit a sample of something with this because it's easily repeatable, and if you guys like the green, neon green vibes, I kind of want to add some like purple in here too. I think that would be really cool. Anyway, so yeah, the creative juices are really going now with the testnet. I'm designing my own socks, doing more dyeing. I need to, actually, no, Magda at Magda Knits, like, I think it was yesterday, posted on her Instagram fiber braids that she had just gotten to spin up, and I am crazy jelly about it because they were beautiful, and I'm just like, oh, that really makes me want to spin something. But my wheel is kind of occupied with the thing I got going over there. Not that I can't take that off and then put my other flyer on with a different bobbin, but that's got my woolly winder on it, which means that I don't have to stop spinning and like move the thing to load the bobbin evenly. It does it on its own. I'm thinking I probably need a couple more woolly winder bobbins, but they're like $50 just for the bobbin. It's kind of an investment. Maybe I'll ask for that for like my birthday because it's at the end of the month. Anyway, so I think that is all of the yarny goodness stuff that I have going on right now this week. I feel like that was like 30 minutes, 40. And if that's all you were here for, then thank you so much for stopping by. I will see you guys next time, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and have a wonderful night. Bye. Okay, so if you guys are still here, you want to hear about the personal stuff, the friend stuff, the ones that are just like, I really want to know about Brie. I want to know about you on a personal level, which I love because it really makes me feel like you guys are all my friends and I'm getting to know all you guys with your comments. Honestly, when you guys comment and like my videos and subscribe, it makes me feel so included, so loved by the community, so happy. Like every time I see, oh, you have a new subscriber, oh, so-and-so just commented, I go in immediately and I love your comment and I respond to you, and it really feels like we're all in the same room. Like we're just sitting down, having a conversation, having fun, and doing what we love. So yeah, thank you guys for staying. So personal stuff. You guys might want to know about the house thing. We bought a house. We signed the contract today. I'm so excited. Like, you guys, I don't even know how to explain my excitement about it. It's like really hitting me now. Earlier there was a lot of drama with my son's school stuff, but this is hence the sparkling wine. Like, you had to pop something for, this excitement. I mean, yeah, the giveaway, that was, exciting, but we bought a house and it's getting built and we get to choose all the stuff that goes in it. And I'm so excited. Literally, as I'm talking to the builder, developer people, I'm like, I wrote down everything that I want in the house with all the prices and our budget, and I wrote it all down in a Word document. I'm going to send it to you. You can look it over. And he's just like, okay, sure, yeah, send it over. So I sent it to him, and he's like, you're the most organized buyer that I've ever worked with. Because a lot of people are kind of like, oh, well, I don't know. But I have literally had all of the time to sit with the pricing sheet, their online catalog for finishes and extras and all of that, since we went to Utah on August 13th. So I've had like a month to really like deep dive and figure out exactly what I want. Obviously, now that we signed the contract, we get to go to the design studio and we get to pick everything. But I wanted to be prepared, which I'm a big planner, so I really like to know exactly what is happening. I like surprises, but I like to be prepared. Be prepared. Yeah, so that's very exciting news. Anything else? Well, the drama going on with my son's schooling. My son has a lot of learning disabilities, and we've been working for a really long time to really kind of get him prepared for school and get him like motivated and really happy about doing these kinds of things with school. And it's been two weeks and 2 days of him being in first grade, and it is, I don't like getting phone calls every day about behavioral issues that he's having. But today we had a parent-teacher conference with like the team, and they are really working towards making my son's school life a more successful experience. Right now, it's really, really hard. So if you're a parent and your child struggles with learning disabilities or social disorders or anything like that, you will really understand the school, the struggles with school and homework. And, my son doesn't have any friends, and he doesn't understand playing nicely with others, and it's just a lot sometimes. So it's really nice to be able to, me and my husband talk about it all the time. I talk to my mother-in-law all the time about it because she really gets it. And, I talk to my dad. I still do have, like, it doesn't go away, but I have learning disabilities myself. I have dyslexia and ADD. And my parents got me into like a program to help me like really cope with those things and learn how, like really understand how I learn and the best way to do it. And I'm very tactile, so the crafting thing blew up for me. Like that is a great way that I learn. I learn visually and physically doing it, as opposed to reading or someone telling me. It doesn't work that way. And I think that's very much like my son. But he has he can't sit still, and I don't want to get too much into it because it's probably boring for you guys, and it sounds like I'm just like, oh, it's struggle being a parent, but it's really hard. It's really hard. Anyway, yeah. I don't think there's anything else that is personally crazy going on or anything. I am watching my sister's cats this weekend because they're going out to New York for their wedding anniversary. She gets to travel so much more than I do. They don't have kids yet. Just wait till they have kids. Then the traveling won't happen as much. But yeah, her cats are great anyway, so I don't mind watching the cats. Yeah, I think that is it for today. And I will see you guys soon, probably next Friday or Saturday when I record. I'm going to work on getting more footage of the ranch because I'm out there very often. But every time I go out there, I'm just like, oh, I should film. And I should get some really good footage of the alpacas and how awesome they are. And then I get out there and I do a bunch of like farm stuff. And then I don't bring my phone with me like down to the farm. It's back up at the house, or I don't bring like the equipment that I need to like actually do it. So, but going there tomorrow, we might bring things to do some filming. Okay, yeah. I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. And Alexandra, I hope you're really happy about winning and getting your yarn. Yeah. I hope, wow, I just keep repeating myself. Have a great weekend, have a great night, and I will see you guys next time.